You heard that right. The streets are in shock. Twitter is in flames. And Papoose? He's somewhere blinking in confusion because he had no idea his wife just invited his ex over for dinner and nearly sent her to the upper room. Picture this. After months of silent tension and cryptic Instagram jabs, Remy Ma suddenly has a change of heart. She calls up Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion. Oh yeah, Papoose's ex says she wants to bury the hatchet. Let bygones be bygones. Start fresh. Real housewife energy, right? So Claressa pulls up, smiles are exchanged, hugs are given, and Remy hands her a tall, cold glass of reconciliation juice. And 20 minutes later, Sis is clutching her stomach, gasping for air, and being rushed to the ER. Now tell me, how does someone go from let's be friends to call 911 that fast? Unless the peace treaty was just a setup. Was it jealousy? Was it revenge? Or was Remy just tired of playing nice with her husband's past? Buckle up, because what we uncovered next will make you question everything you thought you knew about this twisted love triangle. Let's not act brand new. We all knew this beef between Remy Ma and Claressa Shields wasn't over. You don't just magically forgive your man's ex, especially not when she's built like a tank, got belts under her name, and been lurking around your marriage like a shadow with gloss. But this time, Remy took things to a whole different level. Sources say Remy personally called Claressa, claiming she wanted to end the tension. She allegedly told her, "Life's too short for beef. Let's just sit down, talk, and be grown women." Now pause. That should have been red flag number 1. Since when does Remy Ma invite anybody over without a clapback loaded in her purse? But Claressa? Sis believed it. She pulled up to Remy's New Jersey estate looking calm, cute, and caught off guard. No security, no +1, no guard up. And let's just talk about the setup for a second. Picture it, candlelit living room, designer charcuterie board, some mood music playing in the background. Remy out here playing hostess like she Martha Stewart on parole. But the real prize? A sparkling glass of fresh mango juice, hand-poured by Remy herself. Chilly. At first, everything seemed cordial. They laughed, took selfies, posted a cryptic boomerang on Instagram with the caption "Grown Woman Energy." And yet, behind that smile, Remy was plotting something sinister. Because according to a leaked DM from a housemaid who worked that day, Remy had allegedly whispered to herself in the kitchen. "She think we cool? She think this is a spa day? Nah, I'm done playing." And then, the juice. That one glass. Insiders say Remy poured 2 glasses, then switched one out behind her back. She slid the special one over to Claressa, sat down, and started fake laughing like they were old high school friends reconnecting. Now let's not forget the motive. Claressa isn't just Papoose's ex, she's the ex he was allegedly still texting back in 2021. You'll remember that suspicious interview when Claressa blurted out, "Papoose always told me I was his first real love." Aheh. That clip went viral, and Remy ain't never addressed it. Not once. And then, boom, Remy Ma and Papoose go quiet for 2 months straight. No IG posts, no birthday shoutouts, nada. You think that's a coincidence? Or the quiet before the storm? Fast forward to this cursed dinner. Claressa drinks half the glass. No complaints. But 15 minutes later, girl starts shifting in her seat. Then sweating. Then breathing heavy. Remy's response? "Oh girl, it's probably the heat. Let me turn the AC up." Not "Are you okay?" Not "Want some water?" Nah. Just cool air to speed up the poison. Another source, allegedly one of Remy's own stylists, claims she overheard Remy laughing on the phone the next day, saying, "She thought we was friends now? I told her to stay out of my marriage." Phew. What happened next? Claressa got in her car and drove off, brushing it off as bad shrimp. But just a few blocks down the road, she blacked out behind the wheel. Paramedics rushed her to the ER. Initial reports said sudden allergic reaction. But the toxicology screen? Yeah, it showed traces of a foreign compound not found in typical food. And the internet? Instantly exploded. Did Remy just poison a world champion boxer? Is this how to get away with murder or nah? I knew that juice looked too fresh. One TikTok creator even reenacted the whole thing with a glass of orange Gatorade and a clip-on ponytail. It got 1.6 million views in 8 hours. And where was Papoose during all this chaos? Get this, he was at a recording studio in Brooklyn, completely clueless. He posted a story that same night saying, "Locked in. Real ones know." Sir, your wife might have just committed felony homicide via mango juice, and you're over here dropping bars? Anyway, as news of Claressa's hospitalization spread, fans started putting the puzzle pieces together, and it wasn't looking good for Remy. Comment sections were on fire. Remy being jealous. She never let that Claressa thing go. This got Jocelyn Hernandez energy written all over it. What if Papoose was still seeing Claressa and Remy found out? And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, an anonymous user leaked what they claimed was audio from Remy's kitchen, a muffled recording that captured Remy allegedly muttering, "Play with me again, and it won't be just juice." Now of course, Remy's team denies it all. They say she's being targeted by trolls. They claim Claressa had a sudden drop in blood sugar, and that Remy would never hurt another black woman. But come on, the timelines match. The tension was real. And Remy ain't exactly known for her patience. Let's not forget, this is the same Remy who pulled up to love and hip-hop reunions like she was walking into court. The same Remy who once said on camera, "I don't play about my husband. Period." So the question becomes, was this really just a dinner between old enemies turned friends, or a strategic hit masked with hospitality? And if so, how long had Remy been planning this? Did she test the poison beforehand? Did she text Papoose that night pretending everything was normal? Because here's where things get even crazier. So, Claressa's in the hospital, Remy's denying everything, and Papoose? Still blissfully unaware, probably rhyming murder with burger in the studio while his whole marriage is collapsing like a Jenga tower in a tornado. But here's where the rabbit hole gets deep. Shortly after Claressa's hospitalization, an anonymous account on X, formerly Twitter, drops what appears to be a voice note pulled from a smart fridge device in Remy's kitchen. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, the same fridge that tracks expiration dates was also recording death threats in 4K surround sound. In the audio, a voice that sounds eerily like Remy mutters, "Nah, she can learn. No woman plays with my man," and walks out breathing easy. And just like that, boom, the internet snapped. Blogs were reposting, Twitter was burning, and TikTok witches were casting reverse spells for Claressa's healing. The hashtags? #Remy Ma Juicegate. #Poison by Piece. #Protect Claressa. But hold up, it gets even more outrageous. Another source, probably Remy's nosy neighbor with a prepaid phone and nothing to lose, leaks screenshots of what appear to be Remy's Amazon order history. And guess what she allegedly ordered just 5 days before that peace dinner? A pack of latex gloves, a small glass vial, and, wait for it, a bottle of bitter almond extract. Now, if you know your true crime tea, you know bitter almond is basically arsenic's favorite perfume. Coincidence? Or clue? Then TMZ, or should we say TMIZ, drops a fake but totally convincing story. Medical report confirms Claressa Shields ingested non-digestible chemical agent consistent with household toxin. Symptoms match acute poisoning. Remy's team tries to spin it, saying the juice had expired fruit, maybe a funky mango or spoiled passion fruit. But unless Remy's kitchen is hosting nuclear experiments in the fruit bowl, we're not buying it. And y'all, the fans? They turn into full-blown FBI. One user uploads a slowed-down frame of Remy in the kitchen, claiming you can see her switch the glasses if you zoom in and enhance the frame. Clearly a setup. Remy played chess while Claressa played checkers. Plot twist. The juice was from Jada Wader. Meanwhile, Papoose finally breaks his silence, but not with a statement, no. This man goes live on Instagram, in a hoodie, looking like he just realized his whole marriage might be built on juice, lies, and felony charges. He says, "I ain't know nothing about no dinner. I thought they hated each other. All I'm saying is, if my wife did something, she gotta own that." Brew. That's not a denial, that's a lifeboat. He left the ship and the anchor behind. Now we gotta ask, was Remy acting alone? Or was Papoose in on it? Did he lure Claressa back into their orbit to finish old business? Or did Remy feel so threatened by Claressa's presence in his life, she took matters into her own kitchen? Then enters a new character to this chaos, Yolanda, a self-proclaimed spiritual intuitive who claims she once gave Remy a reading at a Bronx pop-up shop. She goes live and says, "When I read Remy's aura, I saw deep resentment. I told her to cleanse her energy or it would manifest violently. That mango juice? Baby, that was spiritual warfare." At this point, people are throwing every theory at the wall. Some say Remy wanted Claressa gone so she could secure a brand deal with a Christian talk show. Others say Claressa was planning to release a tell-all about her time with Papoose, and Remy found out. One wild theory? Remy caught wind of an old voicemail from Papoose saved in Claressa's phone. And let's just say it didn't sound like a man happily married. The alleged voicemail? "You'll always have a piece of me. Remy can never replace what we had." Phew. Burn the tapes. Burn the whole phone. Meanwhile, people start protesting outside Remy's house with signs that say "Free Claressa" and "No more Mango murders." Even B-list celebs start weighing in. Hazily tweets, "This why I stay away from rappers' wives." Tokyo Vanity posts, "If Remy did that, she done messed up her legacy for some spoiled juice." But it's not just messy commentary, there's legal heat building too. The New Jersey DA's office allegedly opens a discreet inquiry, requesting the toxicology reports and reviewing footage from nearby traffic cams that showed Claressa swerving erratically after leaving Remy's home. And guess who starts cooperating with investigators? Remy's own housekeeper. Yup, the same one who first leaked the whisper. She claims, "Miss Remy told me to scrub the kitchen twice and throw out all the mangoes. I ain't think much of it, until I saw the news." So now the feds might have motive, means, and a possible confession. Even more damning? A supposed group chat named Clean Plate Club where Remy allegedly messaged, "Don't ever let a woman think she can play in your face and walk away with a clean slate. Honey, WHO writes that in a group chat unless you're trying to get caught." And then the cherry on top. Hospital surveillance footage shows Claressa being wheeled in, gasping for air, clutching her phone, and trying to say a name. One nurse claims she heard her whisper, "Remy, it was Remy. Are we in a Netflix special or real life?" Because the plot is thicker than that juice, and twice as toxic. Now the internet's screaming for answers. They want charges. They want statements. And most of all, they want Papoose to stop being so quiet. One fan tweeted, "How Papoose a wordsmith but can't put a sentence together to defend his wife?" And honestly, fair question. But before we jump to conclusions, what if there's still more to the story? What if Remy's not the only one hiding secrets? Because in just a few days, something even crazier hits the blogs. A mystery phone found in Claressa's car, with deleted texts that might flip this whole case upside down. So, boom. Just when we thought this mess couldn't spiral any deeper, bam. A mystery phone is found. According to insiders, paramedics cleaning Claressa's vehicle discovered a second phone wedged under the passenger seat. The screen was cracked, locked with Face ID, and the name assigned to it? Pap. Yup. Not Dad. Not Pizza Hut. Pap. As in Papoose. Now here's where it gets straight outta a Netflix docuseries. Investigators allegedly used facial recognition on Claressa at the hospital to unlock the phone. Once inside, boom, deleted messages, backlogged voicemails, and voice notes. And baby, the texts were wild. "I hate keeping this from her. We should have never stopped. That night at the studio, I haven't stopped thinking about it." One message even read, "Remy don't know you were at my mom's barbecue last month. She thinks I was out recording." Screaming. So not only was Papoose allegedly still in contact with Claressa, but he was possibly sneaking her around while Remy was out being a wife, a mother, and apparently, a chemist. Now pause. If Remy ever did have a motive, this right here would be the gasoline on that already burning fire. But wait, there's more. One leaked voice note allegedly sent from Claressa to Papoose said, "I get why she's mad. I wouldn't want me around either. But you know what we had was real. And you said she was temporary anger control when y'all first started dating." Phew. Temporary anger control. Somebody pass Remy the boxing gloves because this just got personal. Now the internet goes into absolute meltdown. Fans start turning on Papoose, accusing him of playing both sides. One viral tweet reads, "You mean to tell me Remy went to jail, came back, and this is how you repay her?" Another user posted, "She stabbed a chick over you, and you got the nerve to call her temporary." At this point, even Fat Joe steps in on IG Live talking about, "Man, I don't know what's going on with our EM. But if y'all think she went full Dexter over a glass of juice, you ain't been around the Bronx long enough." And the legal fallout? Insane. Authorities now issue a formal subpoena for both Remy's and Papoose's cell phone records. They are also investigating the deleted texts on Claressa's second phone and pulling GPS data to match alibis. But the hammer really drops when the ER nurse who originally treated Claressa comes forward anonymously and says, "I heard the girl whisper, She said Remy, it was Remy, she knew.
So now we got audio from a smart fridge,
Deleted messages confirming a secret relationship,
a hospitalized victim,
and a rapper-turned-suspect who might have just snapped after finding out her man was emotionally cheating.
and here's the twist no one expected.
Papoose was allegedly going to leave Remy.
Yep.
Another anonymous source, this time from a boutique law firm in Manhattan, claims Papoose had already contacted a divorce attorney 3 weeks before the peace dinner and was looking into separating assets. The only reason he hadn't filed yet? He was worried about how Remy would react.
Chilly, he was right to worry. So now we gotta ask.
Was the dinner with Claressa a true setup? Or a desperate, final act of a woman on the verge? Did Remy snap because of betrayal? Or was she trying to send a message to every woman who ever thought they could play in her territory? Either way, the consequences are snowballing. Major brands like Fashion Nova and Bet quietly start pulling Remy's name from their upcoming events.
Her podcast deal? On indefinite hold.
Her partnership with that beauty brand? Reviewing contract terms. A Lifetime biopic she was negotiating?
Cancelled.
Meanwhile, Claressa is out the hospital and doing better, but staying silent. No tweets, no interviews, not even a shady meme.
Which only makes it worse. Because silence
screams guilt or legal prep. But get this. Papoose finally shows his face again, this time not in a studio, not on IG Live, but at Remy's lawyer's office. Paparazzi caught him walking and wearing all black, shades on, hood up.
And fans are losing it.
Is he defending her? Or flipping? Is he the ride-or-die husband? Or the one turning over receipts to save himself?
And here's where it all comes to a head.
According to leaked court whispers, Remy may be facing formal charges if forensic reports confirm that the toxin in Claressa's system matches the bitter almond compound allegedly found in Remy's trash. Yes, you heard right. An investigative team reportedly pulled samples from Remy's actual garbage bags, stored in a nearby disposal bin, and traced chemical residue back to a compound used in pesticides. Not only that, but a matching fingerprint was found on the bottle, allegedly Remy's. So, what started as a girl dinner has now become a felony investigation. And now fans are taking sides in the ultimate internet war. Team Remy says she snapped because she was betrayed, used, and publicly humiliated. Team Claressa says she's the victim of a jealous wife's unhinged meltdown.
And Team Nobody is just here for the tea.
But the final question remains. Where does Papoose go from here?
Will he stand by Remy during the trial? Will he defend Claressa publicly?
Or will he vanish into the shadows like every emotionally unavailable rapper who fumbled a queen and watched two women destroy each other for him? Because as of now, the only thing we do know is that someone's going to jail, someone's heart was broken, and someone really shouldn't have drank that damn juice. And now that you've seen how deep this poison-soaked scandal really goes, we've got to ask you, the viewers. Was Remy justified in her actions? Was this self-defense for her marriage, or just straight-up attempted murder? And do y'all really think Papoose was as clueless as he pretended to be? Or did he know exactly what he was doing by dragging both women into the same emotional triangle? Because one thing is clear, this wasn't just about juice, dinner, or even jealousy. This was about power, possession, and pain. The kind of pain that doesn't get posted on IG. The kind that brews quietly behind every fake smile and let's talk like adults text. Remy Ma tried to paint a picture of peace, but behind the scenes, she was allegedly prepping a glass of goodbye. And now Claressa's trauma, Papoose's silence, and Remy's rage have all collided in a way nobody saw coming. Except maybe Remy.
So, what's next? Court? Confession? Another clapback diss track? We're watching. You're watching. And the internet? It never forgets. Smash that like if your jaw hit the floor. Drop a comment if you think Remy snapped or got set up.
And don't forget to subscribe, because this ain't over. New footage is leaking.
DMs are surfacing.
And baby, the truth always finds its way out, especially when the fridge is listening.
Catch you in the next expose.
Stay messy, stay woke. This is Gossip Nova.